And hello. Today, Wakasm plays more Legacy of You. And hello, everybody. There we go. And hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? So, we are back to the table to play more Legacy of You. Just got done with my Fliptown campaign, so I'm back to wanting to play things physically on a board as opposed to digitally on a screen. So here we are, and I'm going to be stressed because I found this game stressful last time that I played it. I enjoyed it. What I thought was going to be a quicker game ended up being a really long game full of stress, which is a good thing, bad thing, I don't know, a little bit of both. So we're going to get started. I already kind of explained all the rules last time I played. So we're just going to kind of get into it, I think. That is not what I was looking to do. That is more what I'm looking to do, I think. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about the game a little bit. We won the last game. So the way this game works is it is a campaign game. And it is a campaign game that these two decks right here, these are like the winning cards. These are the losing cards. So every time you win, you're going to go through a card through here. Every time you lose, you're going to go through a card through here. And whichever deck you get to the bottom of first, they have like this gold final card. And that kind of determines if you win or lose the entire campaign, which is kind of a system that's pretty neat in my opinion. Lets you kind of get through a campaign, lets you play it really quick. And that's what we're going to try to do today. But what's different is up here, if you take a look, what is happening? There we go. If you take a look right here, we unlocked this wall that is underneath this last barbarian space. So that's going to be something new that we're going to have to deal with the entire game unless we decide to get rid of it. So basically the way it works is normally if I want to fight a barbarian here, I have to pay the 3 food, and then I have to pay the 3 workers, or soldiers or archers, or they all have different names. That particular one is 1 spearman and 2 archers, but we probably will call them yellow and blue guys because it's just easier. So normally I would just have to pay that, but now if I want to go after that barbarian, they're behind a wall. So I'd also have to have 3 laborers as well. So in order to completely remove this, I would have to have 6 workers, 3 laborers, 2 archers, and 1 spearman. And every round that I don't do it, I instead will have to bribe them. And I'm going to either always have to bribe them with a worker of any color, but not white, or a brick. So it's going to be very expensive. So that's the only thing other than more unlocked cards that I think I got from the last game. I'm pretty sure maybe some of the laborers are stronger than last game. I might have upgraded a few. I'm not really 100% sure on that, but I have to give myself 10 of these. Yeah, but I don't really know if I actually unlocked any power. It seems like the kind of game that when you win, you make the game maybe a little bit harder for yourself, and when you lose, you make the game a little bit easier for yourself. And since the cards are randomized, maybe I unlocked something way harder than had I got this like as my 3rd or 4th card. I don't really know. I feel like I might have gotten 1 or 2 laborers that are stronger than like the default that you get, but I don't know. It's been about a month since I last played it, so I don't even remember what I unlocked, to be honest with you. But yeah, we're just going to get started and hope that we can figure this out and that things go our way in some shape or form. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So first, actually, we probably should talk about the turn order, round structure. First thing we're going to do is we're going to harvest. So harvest has us coming to this side of the board, and basically everything down here we're going to get. So we're going to get four laborers from our we're going to get a laborer token, which I'll put, I don't know, where am I putting things right now? No, I don't want to put them there. I'll put them over here for now. I get a shell, I get a provision or a food, and if I had any of this stuff unlocked, I would get something under here, or for every one of the purple buildings, which I've already forgotten what they are called. 1 second. I would get an extra shell for every one of those, and then if I had any of these out, I would get whatever, is being revealed there. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that, so literally all my starting resources are the things that I spoke about so far. All right, so where can I put these? That makes more sense. I guess we'll put them right here. There we go. So this is my starting hand, and really what I want to focus on in the beginning is what kind of powers we can get down here. Seems like I could be getting laborers with either of these guys. I could get spearmen, or I could get a shell and provisions, which I think is what I'm going to do because I'm going to want to buy a lot of guys. The real problem is I have no way of dealing with that barbarian that's out right now. It's a brick and then a laborer because of the wall. So I feel like I'm going to be at a disadvantage for quite a while with that barbarian that's out. So, and I didn't get any barbarians that give me brick this turn. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to play this guy down here to get provisions. This is to try to get a lot more laborers to kind of counteract the laborers that are going to be destroyed every turn. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that first. I don't love it, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to tuck this guy. We're going to tuck this guy right here. And that means during the next harvest phase, I will continue to get provisions. And then I think I'm going to just recruit this guy first. He's going to go, I believe he goes into there. So I get him for free. Then I think I'm going to spend, I think I'm going to get a brick with this guy. And then I think I'm just going to get the laborer and the rider. I guess that's third. Put them in the exhausted pile for that. Unfortunately, I don't have any lumber yet. Nothing that I recruited gave me lumber. So I can't even get like an early hut, or what is it, hut? These are outposts, these are huts, and these are farmhouses, I think. Forgotten the name of them already. Amazing when you take a break from a game. But yeah, farm. How quickly you can forget little things like all of that. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to grab any of that, but I could actually, you know what? I do have 2 workers. No, I don't have 2 shells. Never mind. I thought maybe I could advance the river space, which may or may not be a good idea to do so early, but I don't have another shell to be able to do that. But I'm going to be starting to get more provisions and more workers, or more shells every round after this. But I think I'm just going to hold off, I guess. And unfortunately, I think that's everything that I'm going to do for this first turn. I feel like this was not a great first turn for me, but what can I do? This is what was given to me. I just don't know how to deal. Well, I guess I'll use 1 provision to grab a worker. We'll do that. And do I want this worker or the other worker? Yeah. This would be a great guy to have tucked under. Get bricks. Bricks are always good. And then also shells. So that is all that I'm doing. So we took our actions. We're now going to return the barge if used. We did not. So we're going to suffer attacks. And we are going to suffer this attack. And we are going to suffer losing 2 of our laborers. So we just have to pull 2 off the top, which is not good. Not good for us at all. But I don't really know how to deal with that unless I like go after it right away. So then these are going to slide down. And then I forget how this works. This slides just 1 down, right? I think the wall stays where it is. Now I can just deal with them if I need to. And then I'm going to replenish 1 worker. I believe I'm doing that right. Been a while. Okay, and then I get a new barbarian in this wall space. All right, so a new round. I feel like I'm going to lose. I feel like this is just going to be a game that I lose really fast today. So anyway, we're going to do our... So we're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forget when this actually happens. Shuffle exhausted pile to form a new ready pile. That happened right away. Do I like lose on this first turn? So yeah, I believe it's only when I have to suffer, or when I have to draw from here. So I'm not dead yet. But if this wave ever hits the barge, then we lose. So we do have to take care of this little area. So we got our 4 cards. We're going to get a laborer. We're going to get 2 shells, which we can then trade 3 shells for brick and wood if we need to. We're going to get 2 provisions. And then that is everything. 1 provision, 1 provision. Okay. And then, okay, let's look at our hand. So we got this guy, who I would probably tuck if I could, or maybe the lumber. I don't know. I tend to like these early on, or the provision ones, so I can recruit more guys. But based on what we have going on, I don't love my hand. Either way, we're gonna have to do this first. Let's just do it. You know what? I did forget to do one thing last turn. I will do it now. I could have spent him here. I totally forgot this was a thing, and I could have had another provision. So we'll just do it. I should have recruited another person with it, but then this would have come back. I forgot that you start with this open spot. So I have the 3 workers if I wanted to go after that wall, but I don't have the 2 red and the blue. I could get rid of this guy to get rid of the 2 red, but I don't have a way of getting a blue worker at this moment in time. So we are not going to do that yet. But we're not going to do that yet anyway, because we need to move this barge further up. So we are going to spend 2 and 2 to get rid of this. And this is going to get us a brick. And then we're going to read, or do we read the story? Yeah, I think we read the 3rd 3 entry of the book. Yeah, there we go. I can talk today. Wow, I moved my camera. I don't know where to hold this. All right, there we go. Nope, this looks right. This looks wrong. This looks correct. Why is this so hard? There we go. I feel like I had this in a better spot. I know why it's so hard, because my head's in the way. There we go. Disaster. We don't like that. The new canal to the east of our camp was near completion. Storms have been assailing us like the horrible breath of a dragon, forever slowing our progress. The men have become weary. I've been focusing on completing this work. Production tent that I allowed carelessness to creep in. A short break in the torrent provided us only a moment to proceed. While I was overseeing the last reinforcement on the canal, I received word from camp that a fire had broken out, and part of the camp was ablaze. With so many hands away at the canal, the fire raged like a beast, and despite valiant efforts from those still close by, a scorched mess is all that remains of our food store and the tent surrounding it. Food will be scarce now. We have been foraging heavily to feed the workers and keep everyone strong. A concentrated, extended effort will be needed to restore what is lost. Continue reading on the next page. There's a lot going on here. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to read it like this. You're going to have to listen to me do it. A fool may take some solace in the stories coming from the camp that this was the work of Uzhiki. I don't know how to pronounce that. The monkey demon of the river. I think I will put my energy into figuring out how to restore our food supply rather than chasing spirits. The burden of this oversight will hang over me for a long time, not unlike the storm. Clouds and now gather once again. At least the canal is done. Follow the completed canal card in the box under history. Find card 16 on the story deck and place it alongside the board with the side shown below. Face up. This is the food shortage card. Okay. Not seem good, but maybe it won't be so bad. I don't know. Card 16. Why is this backwards every way I look at it? There we go. Card 16. Okay, so this is what the card looks like. Got 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to put it over here for now. In order, of course, this is happening right now. In addition to the standard rules for winning the game, you'll need to fulfill the requirements of this card. You cannot claim a victory if it remains unfulfilled. If you have defeated the food shortage card, will be added to your next game during setup in the same manner. It will remain in all future games until you fulfill it. In order to fulfill the food shortage card, you must place 3 townfolk's cards from your hand onto the food shortage card in the sequence shown. Each townfolk's card must feature the indicated food icon on the left side. To be clear, the first town card must feature milk, okay, then fish, and then meat. Immediately after placing the 3rd townsfolk card, turn to the indicated entry in the storybook 13. Alright. You gain no other benefit for placing townfolk's cards here other than progressing towards fulfilling the food shortage card. Townfolk's cards placed into the food shortage card are locked until it's fulfilled. You cannot optionally pick them up later. If you are defeated, any townfolk's cards still on the food shortage card are returned to the townfolk's deck for future games. They are not left in the... Okay. Alright. We get it. Alright. So, the game is now harder, which is, I guess, fine. This goes back into the box, into the history. But I guess that's okay. I don't know. Don't know how we're going to survive. The barge goes onto the rulebook, and now we got to decide how we want to use our 4 characters, our 4 cards, and what can we do with what we got left. I could get another worker, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to spend a worker to get a provision. Then we are going to recruit this worker for free. Do that before we're forced to draw any cards. Guess we'll just get a provision and a shell. We're going to spend 2 provisions to recruit these guys. And I do not have the correct workers to do anything more interesting. I do have a laborer, a wood, and a brick. Put out a farm. Let's do that. And we're going to do the choose any laborer farm, I think. So let's pay all this. And then I think we're just going to trade these guys in for what they give us. So we're going to get a red worker, which is the fighter, and then a provision. And then I think we're going to bribe the barbarian with a brick for now. I don't love it, but it's what we're going to do. And then I think we're going to spend 2 provisions to grab another worker, maybe? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to lose 2 more workers right now, which is unfortunate. Maybe I want the laborer, normal laborer. I think I want the normal laborer. I think we're going to have to like... I think we're gonna have to just stay ahead of the waves here because we're gonna be losing so many guys because of that wall, and then at some point just have the right setup to get rid of the wall this game, because I think the wall stays every game until I beat it, just like this food shortage card does. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna stay with where we're at, and we'll move my head back over there. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna lose. We're gonna have to. So okay, let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Pick our actions. We're going to return the barge now. Barge is going to go there. And then we're going to suffer attacks. So we're going to suffer 2 attacks from them. I'm assuming I could do this. I'm assuming I could pay him off. Probably read that card. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I know you have to attack everything at once, but I do believe I can bribe him in this way. And then I just have to lose 1 card. And when we lose 1, we're going to have to shuffle. We have to shuffle this deck, and this is going to advance up once because we are now in a new deck, and it comes off the top. And then these 2 guys are going to slide down. Going to slide down. 2 red and a yellow. Okay, maybe we'll be able to do it soon. And then fill this up. All right, we got to get rid of that wall. All right, so new round. New set of things. We now get 2 laborers, 1 from this and then 1 from this. We're getting our 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting 2 conch shells, or 2 cowrie shells, and 2 provisions. And yeah, let's look and see what our hand looks like. All right, so I can get the archer with this, so we're just going to do that first. I'm going to get the archer. So right now we have an archer, we have 2 laborers. I'm going to get a laborer from this card. Get my laborer back as well from before. I got to remember to do that. Then I need 2 reds. Do I have a way? I have 1 red already. 3 provisions. So I think I'm going to pay a provision right now, and we're going to grab this guy, and we're gonna, instead of recruiting him, we're gonna crash him, and we're gonna get a fighter and a wood. I think I get the wood. Gotta double check that too. I do not get the wood. When you do it from up here, you only get the brown. If you do it from your hand and put them back into there, then you get both. So that means I have 3 laborers, a yellow, 2 fighters, and 3 provisions. So we are going to attack this, and as a reward we are going to get 3 Crowley shells. I don't know why I keep calling them conch shells. And then we're also going to read 48 from the book and see what we get out of that. Do things get harder or things get easier? I don't know. Is it 48? This does not look like 48 actually. What does that look like to you? It looks like 45. I almost read the wrong thing. For weeks, they taunted and raided from the walls, this bastion of chaos and rebellion, but today their fortress fell. The dragon of our warriors surged and surged again, beating at the fort like fang and claw. I know not if it was a lack of supplies or warriors to hold the walls, but the gates finally fell. My soldiers burst through like a river breaking its banks, routing the barbarians that remained. We were not without loss, and that cost is always high, but those who have fought for our emperor and all who live here. But glorious death does not hold fortresses. We have taken too many losses, and the enemy may come again. We cannot stay here and must withdraw. I cannot risk being caught on the road by pursuers. I've asked Bo Yi to take some workers and undermine some of the fort's defenses before joining us. Sadly, I have no doubt that barbarians will take refuge here once more, but it must come back. But if we must come back, let it be harder for them to hide. File the fortress card in the box under history, find card 30 in the story deck, and file it in the box under other setup cards. This is the weakened fortress card. It'll be added to your next game. The same rules apply. Okay, so it's weakened. So, sorry, what number was that? 38? All right, well, we weakened it. So this is what it looks like. So less workers and less bad stuff. This goes here, this goes there, and he goes over there. Okay. All right, so all this is going back. I don't have to deal with the wall anymore. That's good. Still got to bribe these guys, and I don't have a brick anymore to deal with them, so I'm probably still losing a card this turn, unless I can come up with required workers, which I don't think I can. I can get a yellow, but I cannot get 2 yellow or blue. So we're just going to play these final 2 guys for their values, and we're going to get 3 more provisions and 2 more shells. And I guess I can get a brick, actually. We can trade 3 shells for anything. So we're going to trade 3 shells for a brick. And we're going to bribe. And these guys are going to go to the discard. I'm going to put a worker out to get another provision. We have a nice little pile of provisions going on. And then I can't trade up to that. I can't afford these. I am going to recruit her. I'm going to recruit him. And I am going to recruit them because we need to replenish our labor force. And then I think that's it for the turn. So we did our harvest, we took our actions, we returned the bars where we need to, we suffer our attacks. We're not suffering any attacks because we are bribing them. And then we replenish this top row. So 1 barbarian is going to come out, not on a wall. And then we are going to, I don't know if we do it like this. I don't know if it matters left to right or right to left. But yeah, that's how I'm doing it. I guess it's left to right. I suppose that matters. I do remember last time we played, we got that deck pretty low. Yeah, left to right. So, okay, I'll do it correctly. He should be here, and they should be there. I don't know if that's going to matter too much. Probably doesn't matter for now, but it would matter like if I know exactly what 3 cards are left, which can happen, then it could matter. All right, so we are back to another harvest phase now. We are getting 2 laborers again. So we are getting 2 laborers. We're getting 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3 cards left. So I have to move this barge, unfortunately, because if I don't, then the wave's going to catch the barge this turn, I think. I don't think I have a choice there. I'm going to get 2 shells and 2 revisions. There we go. All right, and then this is my hand. So I'm not really getting a lot of the fighters that I need to take down these barbarians. I don't have any ways to convert. Oh, and I get this guy back. I could get a yellow, but I have no way of getting a blue this turn. And I can't get 3 lumber. If I could get 3 lumber, I could get one of these out. I could get 3 lumber actually, but doesn't really get us where we need to be because, all right, if I take 3 lumber, I still need to get a brick. Let's get a brick right now. Get the brick out of the way. You get rid of this guy and get the yellow worker. So that's one way to get it. And I can get a second yellow worker over there. But I still can't get a blue worker. Let's think about this. Can I get a blue worker somehow? If I can get a hut out, I can turn laborers into blue workers. That's the goal here. And I have to save 2 shells. And so let's just put these out because we're going to definitely do it at some points. Well, actually, I get a wood for this too. So let's do it right now, actually. So we're going to spend 2 and 2 to get rid of this river space. And I get a brick and a wood. But I have to lose one of these guys when I do that. So now 2 barbarians are going to start coming out. So that's going to be a problem. But it's not quite a problem yet. Your exhausted pile equals 2 shells? What does that mean? I don't remember this being a thing last time. I guess I can exhaust someone from my hand to get 2 shells, which gives me some flexibility if I need it. All right. So I have 1 laborer. 1 brick. I have 1 wood. If I spend 3 provisions, I can just trash these guys now and get their wood. I don't love it, but I think I have to do this. I feel compelled to do this anyway. That gives me a 2nd wood and a 3rd wood. Which means I can get a hut out, and I will, when I get that hut out, just get a yellow person. So now my laborers count as blue. I'm gonna get a, and I still need a yellow. Where was I gonna get my other yellow from? I was gonna get rid of him to get the yellow. And then I'm gonna recruit him for free. I think that's what I was gonna do. Then I can spend 2 provisions. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. I mean, unfortunate that I didn't notice. You know what? Instead of recruiting him, we're gonna grab another yellow so we can bribe them. We are going to now spend all that food and these guys to get rid of her. And as a reward, we're going to get back a laborer and a shell. He goes away. And we have to be able to bribe this barbarian. So let's account for that. Let's spend this guy to get a provision. And what else can we do? I think we are stuck. Wait, no, I'm not stuck. I got 2 people in my hand still. Where does this go? This goes back in the box. And then I'm going to spend these guys to just get another laborer, another rider. And we need to get a hut out soon, I think. All right, so I think we are good. So we harvested, we took actions. We're going to return the barge. Where did I even put the barge? I threw the barge over here. Barge is there now. And then we are going to suffer attack. We don't suffer attacks, but we do bribe them. And then we refresh the row. And then now we are unfortunately spawning 2 barbarians, which means this thing is going to feel a lot worse. And then we got the really bad barbarian who is really mean. Like an upgraded barbarian. You're going to slide down. You're going to come up here. You're going to come up here. We're going to do our next harvest phase. We're going to draw 2 cards, and then we have to shuffle. And when we shuffle, the wave chases us. We do not have as many. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only have 9, so this is not great. We got rid of too many guys, I think. We did get the wall down, so we do have a little bit of meta progression going. I don't know if this food shortage goes away when we win. I think only when we win does it go away. So even if I fill it out now and then lose, I don't think it goes away. Let me double check. All right, so if you're defeated, it will be added in the same way. All right, so I'm not feeling very confident with how things have went. I believe though, I can fulfill this and move the story on, even if I'm going to lose. I should probably pay attention to I get the right icons, which so far I do not have the right icons. I don't have the milk. I have the fish and I have the meat, but I need to do the milk first. So I need to pay attention to that. I don't know if I even have any characters that have the milk icon, so that's something I got to pay attention to. But if I am going to lose, I might as well try to get that out of the way for the next game. But I do get 2 more laborers that also now count as spearmen. I do get 3 shells, which is a little bit good because of flexibility in terms of trading. And I get 2 provisions. And I get this guy back as well. All right, so these are the cards that I have. When did my camera stop working? Not sure what happened there, but my camera froze, so that's a new one for me. All right. Don't know if I have to repeat what I said, but basically I can try to fulfill this card if I think I'm going to lose. I'm not loving my situation up there. I feel like that might be the case, but I don't have the right cards to try to get ahead of this. So we're going to see what we can do. This is everything that I grabbed. We're going to see, yeah, I don't know. Not sure what the best way to tackle all of this is right now. Got 1 card from the top of the townsfolk draw pile. 2 hand unless specified otherwise. Reveal 1 new card from the top of the barbarian draw pile. Okay, so when I defeat them, I get a new barbarian. So even defeating them this turn is not that helpful. I need to reserve 2 food for them. Just start paying these guys out now in case I need to. 1 for you, 1 for you, 2 for you. And then maybe we can focus on getting this guy out, maybe. But in order to do that, I need 1 of them, 1 red. And how can I get another red with what I have going on here? There are a way to grab another red. I don't think I can get 3 lumber this turn. All right, well, I don't want to do this, but I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to get rid of her to get another soldier. I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to spend a worker to get a provision. And we're going to spend all of this to get rid of that 1 barbarian up there. I feel like that's not really doing that much for me, but we do get a worker and a shell back. So we'll take it, I guess. But now I have no provisions to get new people. We'll grab this person for free. Actually, I don't like doing it this way, but we're going to do it this way. We're going to get rid of them to get 2 provisions to grab these 2 guys. And then we're just going to get a brick, a laborer, and an archer. So this is why we do this again. So we have 2 bricks. We have a lot of laborers, which aren't really doing us that good at the moment. We're pretty close to getting another hut out if we want to do that, but we're not quite there. Don't have enough provisions to go after them. I have the laborers to do it, but I don't have the provisions to do it. I think that's it. I don't think I can do anything else this turn. Unfortunately, I didn't get the right workers for this, so we're going to see how this goes. But I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Actually, I have 2 sets of 4. So maybe I can survive long enough to get that done at least. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, we took our actions. We're going to suffer attacks. We bribed all these guys. Now we're going to be dealing with 5 barbarians, which does not feel right, but it is what it is. We just unfortunately had to get rid of a lot of laborers because of that wall early on, and we might have made mistakes by getting rid of some more than we needed to. But we are going to see 2 more laborers come out, and we're going to do our next income phase. So we've got 2 more laborers, 2 more provisions, 3 shells, 1, 2, 3 shells, and then 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we at least get the milk this turn. So we did not get any milk. We again have the fish and the food, but don't have the milk. Have we even seen the milk yet? I'm just gonna do a quick look to see if I even have milk. Okay, I do have milk. All right. Didn't know if that was like a rare thing, but yeah, having to do it in order is kind of not fun. So what can we do now? This barbarian's really annoying. We don't really get any rewards for her. We just get rid of her, then new barbarian comes out. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Draw one card from the top of the townsfolk, draw a pile. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's worth going for her then. I'm not really sure. Let's see. But for some reason, I thought that revealed another barbarian, but that actually gives us a card. Maybe I'll get the milk. I'm going to shuffle these real quick because I did look to see if I had milk before, so I don't want to cheat. I know I have one milk in here. Let's see. If I do this, I have a shot at getting the milk, and then maybe I just go and get this food shortage done. Or I try to work with what I have. I have all these laborers. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this today. I have all these laborers, but most of them are blue. I'm like not getting the right combination of laborers, which is a problem. I can get a brick from what's in my hand. Then I can get a wood. Maybe I get this done and try to better my situation. I feel like what would better my situation is getting another hut out, like a red. Then I can just start using all these laborers to get rid of barbarians and kind of like actually survive this fight. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter anyway, because I just realized this. So this one comes from this pile. This one comes from this pile. Looking in here, having to shuffle wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, all right. Maybe we go after her this turn. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to try to get a hut out, go after her, and see if we can survive. Let's do the hut first. Got 2 brick. Let's get another brick. We got the 3 brick. We got the laborer. We're going to spend 3 shells to get a wood. And then now we have everything we need to get this out. This, we flip it over. We're going to read that. Forgot that that's a thing too. So actually, do I read that? Oh yeah, we do read that. It's a book entry. It's not a card. Maybe we'll get something good from this. The promised workers arrived this morning. Among them was a young man skilled and honorable in his trade. He has settled into the camp and will be valued in the work ahead. File the constructed card box under history. Find card 10 in the story deck and add it to your hand. Oh, add it to my hand. Okay. See what that does. So we gotta find 10. We're adding this guy to my deck, and he is stronger. He gives us 2 wood, so that's pretty interesting. This goes away. And is that it? Is that all that happens? Under history? Yeah, okay. This goes away completely. All right. Very easy to accidentally make mistakes here. All right, that does give us a free way to get a worker that we might need to maybe take care of something. I don't know the best order to do this. I now have a new guy to use too, so I'm back to 4 in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I am forced to draw anything, then I'm also going to lose. So it's kind of risky by doing this right now. I could get a black worker to oh wait, I have 5 barbarians out there too. I'm just going to map this out. 2 shells. I'm going to put 1 worker there because I can get it from here. 2 provisions unless I get rid of them. Actually, let's consider just getting rid of them. We'll put all this up here. I can get 2 wood from this guy. So we'll do that just to remind myself. And then I have another worker right here. And that would mean I don't have to lose anything. But let's do it. Let's get rid of this guy first. We're going to use 3 of these. Now, normally I can't use them, but because I have this hut, or this, not hut, outpost, these can all be blues. So this will work. Get rid of 2 provisions. And this is just going to give me a card from the top of the deck, and it goes into my hand. And I get, oh, I do get a milk from this. Maybe that changes what I do for the turn. And then she goes away. So now I have the milk, I have the fish, and I have the meat. But if I use it all now, then I really hamper my ability to win. But I also feel like I'm not going to win with what I have. Instead, what can I do? I can tuck somebody. All right, so I'm not going to take any damage with what I have going out there. If I tuck somebody, let's see what happens if I tuck him. I just start getting riders, which isn't what I would want. I could tuck him and just get more laborers, or I could tuck her and get some wood and more shells. And getting the laborers actually isn't too bad. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to tuck them. I'm going to put him onto the milk. And I think I'm going to just get a... Oh, wait. I can do it this way, too. Pull them back. Put that up there. I can get 2 provisions. So I can then buy this guy and this guy. Still feel like I'm going to lose because 2 more barbarians are going to come out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I mean, I think this is better for my chances of not losing, but I think I am going to probably lose, but we'll see. So let me get my 2 wood from this guy. Maybe we can get a farm out soon and turn the tides a little bit here. And then let us put a worker out and, I don't know, probably just start working our way up. So we'll get a red. All right, and that will be it for the turn. So we did not do the barge. So we suffer attacks and we're bribing this. I got to get a wood and then this worker. So we bribed all of that. They're going to slide down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, not feel like I'm going to win. I'm only getting 1 laborer out now. So unless like I can change the tide of this, I don't see us winning, but let's try. 4 cards. I'm going to get these 2 laborers back. I'm going to get 2 more laborers. I'm getting 3 laborers now, actually. I'm getting 1, 2, 3 laborers, 1, 2, 3 shells, 2 provisions, and that's it for this starting hand. And then this is what my hand looks like. Tucking them would be good. I do have the meats, but I don't have the fish, so I kind of messed up there. Because if I don't get rid of 2 barbarians this turn, I'm going to lose. And I had the fish and the meat last hand to get rid of that food shortage card, so I probably should have just went for the food shortage, but I don't know. We'll see if we can make it work. For starters, I can get rid of this guy. 2 blues and a red and 1 provision. So we're going to get rid of this guy. 2 blues and a red and 1 provision to get back a labor and a shell. So maybe I can survive long enough here to get the right food shortage cards and also stay in the game. I don't know. Now what? Got 1 blue. I have no way of getting 2 reds. I can get 1 red. But I can't get another red unless I somehow build a hut. Well, we have to do this next. Let's do this first. Actually, yeah, this is going to be bad no matter what, but we got to do it. So we're going to build 3 and 2. We're going to build this up. So this is going to move up. We're going to get a brick and a lumber, but we got to get rid of 2 cards by doing this. So we're going to have to shuffle, move the wave up, and see how many turns we have left. So we're going to shuffle all this. We only have... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Before we do that, we're going to do that last. I need to spend these guys first because otherwise they don't get shuffled back in. That's a rookie mistake on my part. So we're just going to get a white, a yellow, provision, and a shell. And now they all shuffle together. That was almost a really big mistake. Alright, now we get rid of 2 guys. These are the 2 that we get rid of. Right here. Alright, so that's taken care of. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we actually have 3 turns. So as long as we can keep getting rid of 2 guys, we can survive like a round or 2. Maybe sneak out the food shortage. This goes back in the box. There's no story there as far as I can tell. This is what we're working with now. We got 2 yellows and a red. So we can get rid of the guy who's trying to steal. Let's just do that. So they're going to go away. So we're still in the game. And we get 3 shells back for that. 1, 2, 3, which we can then use to trade up for something. I thought we had a brick. I don't know what happened to our brick. Maybe we just used it on something? Did I just spend a brick as a guy? No, I don't think I did. I thought I had a brick. Maybe I don't have a brick. Got 2 wood. They're way out there to get another wood. Nobody out there gives us wood as a reward. All right, so let's consider our bribes. I don't like this. Maybe there's a way to get rid of that guy too this turn. We would need 3 provisions. We have no way of getting 3 provisions. We can get 1 provision by doing this. But now we don't have enough workers to even... we could do this instead and get a yellow worker. And then we can be prepared to get rid of them in a future turn. So that's all the bribes are taken care of. So now it's figuring out what we can do with the rest of our turn. I could get another farm out instead. Maybe we do that this turn. Just get another farm out and start getting workers that way. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do 1 laborer, 1 wood, and we will buy a brick with 3 shells. Not really what I wanted to do, but I guess it's pretty good. And we'll get a provision back from that. And I don't think we can do much else. So technically, this is supposed to be back here. Now we would put it back on the river. We would get attacked, which we then bribe all these guys. They're going to slide down. 2 more are going to come out. And then, oh, we forgot to grab this guy for free too. And he would have been shuffled in. We could have grabbed him first and then shuffled him in. So let's do that. That would have been smart to do. All right, so new turn. We're going to do our harvest. We're getting 1, 2, 3 laborers. We can choose someone of any color we want. We'll do that in a second. We're going to get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get 3 shells. And we're going to get 2 provisions. A little bit of everything. And then we got to decide what color worker we want. And then they're going to come out too. I think we're going to want a red. And yeah, I think that's it for the turn. Okay, let's see what we got. Did we get a fish? We did get a fish. And we got a meat. I think maybe, let's see. Let's just get rid of the fish guy now. And let's decide if we want to get rid of the meat this turn to get rid of it. Or maybe we'll feel like we're doing okay and somehow getting through this again. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more turns, assuming we don't lose any more cards. And when we get rid of this, we technically don't have to advance it early. But we will start seeing an extra barbarian once we do that, so that things are gonna get rough there. So we're gonna have to really try to maximize this turn to maybe get a hut out or something out the same turn we clear it, which will be rough, but we're gonna try to do it. All right, so first things first, we have a red, a blue, and we can just simply use this guy to get a red. And then 1 provision, we'll just get rid of this guy. This is everything it costs. And we're gonna get a brick back and 2 shell. Now we have a brick. And then draw 1 card from the top of your ready pile. Note, this is never optional. I don't love getting rid of this guy because I'm gonna have to draw another card, which we kind of don't want to do. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but that's the easiest math right now, potentially, because we got the yellow and the black here. I think we're just going to recruit this person. We have a lot of shells. We have 1, 2, 3 shells worth to do something with, and we can also get a worker of our choice by trading in a labor and a provision. So if we really need to get a yellow that way, but we have these guys that can give us yellows. So let me trade this guy in to get a yellow. And I don't want to do it, but I think we just have to do it because it's the cheapest thing out there. So 1 provision, black, yellow, yellow. They come off the board. We get a shell. We have to draw a card. Another meat. Maybe we just do this now, because I don't think we're going to be able to remove any more barbarians with what we have. But we could start preparing to do that. So we can get a yellow worker. We can do that. I don't have any wood. I might have to trade up a wood. Here's a brick. I don't have a red worker either. Jeez. All right, we're going to do it. Maybe we'll get something good out of this. We probably won't, but let's get rid of this before we lose. All right. So 13. Let's read 13. Is it gonna be good or bad? Do we get anything good from this? I feel like maybe after you've played a few times, you would know. All right, our foragers have done well. We've endured with simple ration food, saving whatever we can for the leaner times. We're starting to see the fourth store fill once again. It is meager, but the workers are inspired. Work has been hard in recent days, and a full stomach goes a long way to keep a man going. I have, however, been mediating on the events that led to the situation, and we now find ourselves in. For the fire, we have been beset by storms and rain, not hospital conditions for a fire to swell. But now, there's still food to gather and store. A few extra stores of grain is not enough to see us through the winter. I will need to talk to those who are here at camp when the fire broke out, or perhaps I should start looking for monkeys in the river. The completed forest storage card in the box under history. At least it goes away forever, I think. Probably famous last words. Place the townfolk's cards that were on the food storage card in the townfolk discard pile. I guess that's up here. Find card 21 in the story deck and file in the box under other setup cards. For future games, as with the previous food storage cards, the new one will also need to be completed. In order to win your next game, it will remain in your play until completed. The food storage card rewards one. Okay, hold on. Let's get the card and maybe it will explain what it's trying to tell me. Okay, we get one shell when we do the second one. Yay. All right. Well, this goes in the box for setup, and I don't have to deal with it this game anymore. But I don't think I'm going to win this game unless, I don't know, miracles happen. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get through this set of barbarians with what we have here. But maybe we have a lot of shells, so maybe we can make this work somehow. Let's get this provision right here. And then I think we're just going to have to get a lumber and a red worker. We're just trading up all this stuff to get the bare minimum. Just give it away, unfortunately. And I think that's it. I don't think we can do anything else. You have to remember we're going to get a brick and a lumber here. So we can prepare to potentially get a hut out or to get a farm out and then to be able to tuck somebody. We're going to spend this character to just get a shell and a provision. And that is it for the turn. These guys are all going to get bribed. Brick and a wood. At some point, probably not losing the brick would be better, but don't know. And then these guys get shuffled in. So last time I played this, I had this entire pile. This game, I was prevented from doing it, which I think is kind of a big deal. I didn't hit that surplus point where I can really build out everything that I want to build out. All right, we're trying 4 more guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we kind of have 2 more rounds left before we lose or survive for another cycle. We did get our wood guy though, so he's kind of clutch. We did get him, so we might be able to do something interesting. Eventually, I don't know. We have to advance the barbarian deck is the problem. Once 3 start going out, I don't know what we do, but we're in this cycle where we're not getting enough stuff. And I don't think I advanced this before too. I just realized that should be there, I believe. I do this every game. I did this last game too. All right, we get 3 laborers. It's good. We get 2 provisions. We get 3 shells. 1, 2, 3. We're running out of shells. We got our 4 cards. And then I get to choose a worker of any color, which I have to decide what color I would want. And it's probably going to be just a black one. And then I get these 2 guys back, which is good. All right. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with these 2 barbarians again. So we're gonna put this guy here to get a black. We got these 3 and a provision. Whoops, no. These 3 and a provision. And then we get a shell and a laborer back. They're gonna steal my lumber, which we don't want. He's gonna steal my brick, which we don't want. Maybe we took out the wrong guy. I don't know. Probably took out the wrong guy based on my hand. Let's get our 2 lumber. Let's get our brick. Did I flip this over? No, I messed this up. Somebody should have been flipped over here, and I'm going to recruit them. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get all of this and then see what we can do. We're getting another laborer, another provision, and another shell. I think I have all the shells now. Unless there's one in here somewhere. Nope, there's one more shell. Alright. So I have 2 blues and a yellow. Let's just get rid of this guy, because we can. I'm going to get another shell, the last shell. And then I have to draw a card, which is barely safe for us. I do get a black worker, though. I could get 2 black workers and maybe work on him. Maybe we do that so we don't have to get rid of our brick this round. But then I don't have a way to get this, or this done. This was a mistake. Well, I guess we can solve that right now. Let's get rid of a laborer and a provision to get a red worker. We're going to have to give that away. So we might not have the provisions to even get rid of this turn. Unless we spend 2 shells to get a provision, maybe. I want to get rid of her, get 2... I think we do it. So we're going to get rid of her completely, get 2 black workers, and then we're going to get rid of a laborer and another provision to get a red worker, get rid of 2 more shells to get a provision, and then we spend 2 provisions and get rid of this guy. And we're going to get, oh no, I wasn't paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. Maybe we just pull the band-aid off real fast? No. I was not paying attention. I also don't know what all this is from, though. Did I spend this earlier? I think I spent this earlier. Otherwise, I just really hurt myself. No, I did. I'm pretty sure I spent it on this guy. Alright, if I do this, I have to draw another card. If I draw another card, I have to do this turn, and I don't have the laborers to do it. I think I spent all my laborers. Like maybe I get a card that gives me laborers, but if I don't, the wave's going to advance. I might have just did all that for no reason. Let me undo, let me get the 2 provisions back. 2 provisions back. Fighter and the black one. Maybe we instead just put her here and we just have this. Yeah, so we're going to have to just pay the brick, pay the lumber again, and pay 2 shells. And I think that is it. And then this next turn, we have to go for this. So I think this is where we're going to lose, because I don't think we're going to get enough resources to get everything that we need to do, unfortunately. I think that combination right there will set us fully behind. But we're going to try. We're not going to give up. All right, so we have 1 barbarian, and then now these shuffle, and we get to see other barbarians that we've seen already come back out. Actually, I could have gotten 1 more provision too, so let's do that. I could have put a worker there. And it's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 1 more round of resources. So 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have to draw any more cards, the flood's going to go up. So we got to pay attention to that too. We got to time all that right. We're going to get 3 laborers, and then one of my choice. We're going to get 3 shells. We're going to get 2 provisions, and that's it. And then I got to pick what color dude we want. We'll just pick a black one so we know we're going to use it this turn. And we're not doing it yet, but we're just reserving everything. We need 2 black and a red for this first guy. The second I do it, the wave's going to trigger. We need to do this first. We need to get rid of this first. So let's just get rid of it so we don't pretend like we have the resources to do it later. It's 3 laborers, 2 shells. We get these guys back, by the way. So this is going to come off the board. We're going to get... Oh, this is going to trigger it now anyway. So yeah, before we do that, we got to look at our dudes and spend them. And in order to not lose, I think we're just going to spend them all for what they give us. So we're going to get a blue, another laborer, a shell, and a provision, another laborer, and then also this person would show up here, and we're going to grab them as well. All right. So now we got a big deck here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Still don't feel good. Now we're going to do this. And I believe I paid everything already. Hopefully I did. I get a brick and a wood, and I got to lose 2 cards. Pretty sure I paid for it. If I didn't, then that's a problem, but I'm pretty sure I did. I pulled these two guys off. I had a laborer, and I got one from the cards I just put down. All right, so 2 go off the top. Don't know if those were good or not. This guy comes off the board. I forgot that there's 2 spots here, so that's kind of interesting. Totally forgot that that's a thing. All right, so now we need to make our move with a hut or something, and with this guy. So first, let's make our move with this guy, because now we won't get penalized. I think we're going to lose, though, regardless, because I don't think we can get rid of 3 barbarians this turn. Maybe we can, I don't know. We are going to get a shell back and a card. I guess we'll just keep her out and see what we need to do. Maybe we use her to get a wood and get another one of these out, and then we could maybe use that worker. I think I would prefer to get a hut out. I forgot what these powers are, but based on the way things are going right now, I feel like I need the flexibility with laborers. We're not getting an extra worker there anyway, and we have the resources kind of to do this, so let's just do it. Let's get the wood. It gives us everything that we need for a worker. Although, no, we're gonna be screwed no matter what, but yeah, let's just do it. I feel like I'm at that point where I'm making bad decisions because I don't see a way out. Maybe a better player would see a way out. We have blue. I guess let's just get yellow out. And let's get a black back. No, let's get a red back. No, let's get a black back. All right, so now all of my laborers can count as yellow and blue. So technically, this first person right here is taken care of. Can we get more workers to take care of this second one, though? But we probably can. How do we get more workers? We don't have any ability to get more workers, but we have 4 to get a laborer. Or 1, yeah, okay. So let's spend 4 shells to get a laborer. Maybe this will work out, I don't know. And now we have what we need to get rid of the next barbarians. We don't lose yet. And we've got the provisions for that. Let's just do all of that real quick first. This guy gets paid with all this. And then this guy gets paid with all of this. That's going to give us a lot of conch shells back, or not conch shells, crowley shells back, and a wood. Gives us some flexibility now to maybe buy the laborers for another one or buy the resources. So now we need to worry about paying things. So let's just pay stuff and see. 2 shells we got. We have the wood if we need it. I can get another laborer if we want to. In fact, I can do it this way. I can put the laborer out here and get a blue. Do it that way. I can get another laborer with the rest of our shells. You just get a provision. I don't know if that's worth it or not, but it seems worth it. And I think that's all we can do for this turn because we're only left with 3 provisions. So we will fly these guys down. 1, 2, 3 are going to come out. They're going to come out. And then now we are down to a new income phase. So 4 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 laborers. 3 shells. No, we got 4 shells now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 provisions. And then a worker of our choice. And we also get these guys back. This guy, these all go away. All right, so worker of our choice. We have a red, a white, and a white. How did I get a red? I don't even know how I got that red. Was that red there the whole time and I just didn't notice it? Or did I pull something out that I wasn't supposed to? Well, we have the red. You have to watch the replay there and figure out what I did. It was either sitting here the whole time and I didn't see it. Not that it would have changed that much, but all right, but I have, so this guy we're just going to recruit. We need to keep recruiting. This is our hand. At least we're getting a lot of workers with this hand. So we're just going to play all of them for their, well actually we might get, I don't know if we're going to get a hut out this turn, but if we can get a hut out, maybe we'll play one of these guys for their power. So we'll play it by ear there. I don't think we're getting a hut out, but if we can get this out soon, we can get a brick. Oh, we're actually losing 3 cards. Losing 3 and then 2 more 5, so that's crazy. That's just crazy. Crazy to me anyway. I just feel like I'm churning, like I'm guaranteed to lose do that, we can get 2 yellows right away. So let's just do that. Don't have a red. We can get a red by using this blue. So these 2 guys are taken care of. This can be a yellow. So we somehow need 2 more workers, which we can get right now. All right. So we'll get him to get a laborer, and we'll spend 4 to get another laborer. And what does that do for us? I don't know what that does for us. Yellow, yellow, red. Blue, blue, red. I have 3 whites. 1 can be yellow, but I still need 2 blacks somehow. I'm out of ways, easy ways. And then we also need to pay for all this too. This is just barbarians. And then we're gonna get a lot of resources back from them. But none of the resources we get back are workers. We get a lot of shells. So let's start getting rid of them first. Let's get rid of her first. She gives us back 3 shells. All this can go. Then he goes. He costs 1 and all this. Yeah, I just feel like my economy is not strong enough to get through this. Like I'm just barely getting enough resources to get what I'm getting, but not enough to build. I mean, maybe I can get a farm out and that would help a little bit, but that only helps with a provision. I feel like I need huts because I need, well, these bonuses aren't that, well, this last bonus is pretty good. 2 shells is pretty good. This bonus is not that good. I got all the bonuses from that. I'm not going to get 3 brick because nobody's giving me brick. He gives me 1 brick as a reward, but I'm going to have to give back a brick. All right, so now let's pay these guys off. See what's left. I'm going to get a brick from him to pay him off. I still don't have the black meeple that I need. So we're gonna get this to get a provision and a shell. We're gonna trade in a laborer and a provision to get we'll get another laborer. And then I think we will grab this guy back, put him here, and we're gonna have to go after this guy. Although we're not getting a brick though, puts us in a risky spot. All right, maybe we're not gonna do that. Maybe we're gonna do this instead. We're gonna pay 2 to get a provision, or pay 1 provision and a laborer, turn you into this, and then we will just get rid of you. We got 2 shells and a brick back. We'll give the brick to you. This all goes away, and I'm right back to nothing again. So again, I have no idea how this is possible with my current situation. I just feel like I'm churning in waters until I drown. I don't know. You're gonna go here. I am recruiting 1 guy a turn. These are all going back. This is gonna go back. I get 3 more laborers. 3 more laborers. 2 provisions. That I get to choose someone of any color that I want. I guess we'll choose black because we're gonna have to do that again this turn. Get our 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have exactly 4 here. So we have a new problem where I have to do this turn as well, which I don't think is gonna work out. But we gotta do it because otherwise we lose. This is actually should be here and this should be here, I believe. So, all right, let's just cash in all of our dudes again and see what we end up with. Maybe I'm at a point where I should be like trashing some to get the doubles, but we're not going to do that. We get 3 wood, we get a rider, we get a laborer, we get a shell, and we have to build this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I feel like we're going to lose purely because we will not have enough fighters to deal with all the barbarians that are coming out. But we're going to try. And then we got to get rid of 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. They go away. So we have 1 left. And this just goes away. So now we can pay to get more workers, which doesn't really do us much good. We are now going to get rid of this guy with a provision, and we're going to get a card and a shell. And then now I don't know what we do. I think this is where we lose because 3 barbarians are going to show up. If I get rid of one more barbarian, I have a shot, but I have no workers right now. I could get 1 worker, or I gamble and get a card, and I can have a blue one here, and gamble to see if this is going to give me 2, which it won't. Oh, actually, it would actually, but it's not going to be what we need. So yeah, I think this is where I lose. I could get a hut out, but I need a worker from that too. And I didn't even take advantage of this. I probably should have taken advantage of this at some point. So I will just put one out and say we traded it, because you should always be doing that. It just doesn't make sense not to do it. But yeah, I would have to pay 4 to get a worker. So let's just do that. We'll pay 4 to get a worker. But that is still not enough. I can get a blue worker. And I don't think these give us workers, right? These just give us resources. But I would get a worker from putting that out, but I'd lose a worker to do it. So I'd be right back to 1 worker. Like I could get a red, blue, or yellow doing that way. I could get a worker. All of these require workers. No matter what happens, I'm trading a worker for a worker of a different color. So getting a hut or something out doesn't do anything. And then on top of that, I'm going to lose a lot of cards because I'm not going to be able to fulfill, like I can fulfill. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to lose because I can't get rid of. Like trait, can I? Okay, I can do this. Okay, I can do this. I can get rid of a card from my exhaust pile. Get 2 shells. What does that do for me? It does something. Now I can trade 2 shells and 2 to get a card from up here. I can get rid of this card to get a white and a yellow. I still don't have the correct colored workers though, which is kind of ridiculous. But I can get a hut out now. We'll get a red worker. So we'll pay this and we'll pay... Actually, I can't get a hut out. I have the wrong resources for that. I can get a outpost out. We'll get a red worker. We'll trade in a white to get a red. Still don't know if this is going to be enough. I have a red, a white, and a yellow. Maybe I should have done it like this. Yeah, I should have done it like that. I gotta get rid of another card to get 2 more shells. So then I can trade into to get a provision. And then now I have the provision I need to attack this guy and get 3 more shells back, which again, I think I'm still losing, but I'm fighting to the death. Trying my best to make this work somehow. This is gonna go up like right now because I'm gonna have to draw soon. I can get a wood, and then I can't really pay for anything. So I'm gonna lose 4 more cards. I'm gonna lose a lot more than 4 cards. So I'm gonna lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 cards left. I'm losing 5 cards. These all slide down. Actually, I still think I lose because I think when 7 show up, it's over. Let me double check that. Yeah, so I lose anyway. I did all that work and I was losing anyway. So this is a loss. This was a very long loss, which is one thing about this game is like I feel like you're often going to feel like you have a good chance of winning or you don't have a good chance of winning. I feel like I might have been able to do more had I been able to get a farm out on the first turn. That extra labor probably would have helped out a lot. I don't know, maybe I made a mistake by getting an outpost early. Well, actually, I didn't get an outpost early. I got it like on the 3rd river space. What else? I feel like I know what I want to say, but I don't know what I want to say. I had to deal with the wall. And I'm going to have to deal with the wall again. I had to deal with the hunger. I'm going to have to deal with the hunger again. I'm not really sure what I could have done to get ahead. I felt like I was forced to discard more workers than I normally would want to. Even with this early start, getting this extra provision and extra shell, which I think is, in my opinion, is probably a good upgrade. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I feel like that's good because it lets you keep recruiting. Like you can always recruit an extra guy earlier on. But I don't know, I did something where I wasn't able to deal with the barbarians early enough and it just kind of went downhill really fast. Whereas last game, I had almost this whole deck and I felt like I was able to deal with it more, but I'm not really sure what I did differently. that I was able to deal with it more. Because none of these give you more workers. Like, I feel like you need more workers. So maybe I needed one more farm out, and then maybe one more card that gives me workers. Or maybe just going all workers down here is the better play. I don't know. Maybe that was my mistake in that I didn't put a person down like this out early enough. Because that one extra worker probably would have done a lot. Like, if I could get to this setup right here, I feel like then we're good. That takes care of a barbarian every single turn. These take care of a barbarian every single turn. That's 2 barbarians right there. But again, how do you get there? You have to then, I don't know. Very tight game. I haven't really solved it yet. Last time I played, I was surprised that I won. This time, didn't even feel close. I felt like I was always behind. So, anyway, that's Legacy of You. That's game 2. Let's revive. Let's see what happens when we lose. I guess that's the last thing we need to do. How did I lose? I lost by what does this mean? I lost by barbarians or by running out of... Okay, so I lost by barbarians. I read 28s. At least we did not lose by the flood. This is not the right book. Why can't I read this late at night? Tushanshi. There we go. Tushanshi. There we go. My pearl. I miss you. Often and today, more than most days, I miss your calming presence at my side as anger stirs within me like a hungry beast. My people bend themselves to breaking to make this land greater, to help me in the grand cause, to take back our land from the floods, and yet there are still others who would simply take what they can for their own selfish goals. Can they see what is plain to me? I strive to heal this land and protect it, and still I am the one who is undone. Seems every month there are more barbarians at my door looking at the edge of the forest and watching the river like hungry animals. They strike at us, and we have the most to lose. I must find a way to protect not just this land from the floods, but my people from these rebels. We have better defenses at the village and around our work sites, then perhaps I can focus more on our work. For a man who tries to travel 2 roads at once goes nowhere. File the revealed defeat card in the box under history. We shall do that right now. Find card 45 in the story deck and file it in the box under other setup cards. This is a fortuity card. All right, see what that does. 45. Why is this all wrong all of a sudden? What did I do? This is all wrong. Should be this, right? Did something. What did I do here? Why are there no... Okay, they're all here. But they're not, though. Did I put these back in a weird way? What did I do? Okay. This is right. 4 through 20. Okay. There we go. That's what I did wrong. Alright. I must have put it back wrong before. 45. No idea what that is, but it's going to help us. So that's all I care about. What does this do? I have no idea. Guess this is going to explain it to us. For future games, place the fortuity card face up alongside the board. It is an ongoing ability that allows you to ignore taking 1 damage from barbarian attacks each round, 1 from the total you would take. Additionally, you may file this fortuity card in the box under history to draw the top 4 townsfolk cards from the townsfolk draw pile and place them face up into your exhausted pile. Doing so will remove the fortuity card, but its ongoing ability for the rest of the campaign. So it's once per round. I can ignore taking 1 damage from barbarian attacks once each round. That's pretty powerful. This alone would have, I don't know, changed a whole lot. So I'm glad we got this. I don't know where we put it. I mean, we put it out, but I feel like it's supposed to like peek out somehow like this. I don't know. I don't know where we put it, but that will be very helpful. Having that, I think, I don't know, how many resources would I have saved? Like, what is a round? A round is just a turn? That's every round. So that would have been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know. 3, 6, 9. It would have been like 12, 13 resources I would have saved. That's a game changer right there. So now I feel like I'm just gonna win the next game. Because I feel like if I had that this game, I would have won. Because this game was really tight. But my issue was I constantly had to bribe stuff, and then I was constantly losing people. But if I don't have to bribe and I can just take the wound once per round, then I would slowly amass things. I would save workers, I would say provisions. Yeah, that would have been pretty good. So anyway, I'll be playing this more soon. If you enjoyed this, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, give me a like, subscribe, follow. I was a little out of my element again. I changed my camera setup because I have a new camera that matches the whole setup. So I don't have that weird camera anymore that like is a totally different looking camera. But it does mean that I had to like shift things. I don't know. I haven't had to play this game. I haven't had to play this far from the table. So that was probably noticeable. Hopefully next time it will play out better. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.